What's up, Samurai? We are back as more Trove, and today we're going to be talking about the Bunfest 2023 event, where we've got a couple new items, but generally speaking, it's going to end up being the same event as usual. Now, I'm only going to be showing you guys the new stuff because, frankly speaking, there's been so many Bunfest events at this point that I'm honestly kind of confused where some of these items came from. So I would recommend that you check out my earlier Bunfest videos from previous years to see all of the items as they ended up coming out and so on and so forth, right? All right, so without further ado, we'll get into the event itself, talk about the rewards in general before we end up showing off this new costume and everything like that, right? So first part of the event is to greet Cubesley in the Bunfest Pavilion. So this is the hub area, and this is going to end up being Sir Cubesley, the big fat rabbit idiot. You interact with him. You can notice that we got Bun Feed, but that's going to be something related to previous rewards in Bunfest. Either way, you just interact with him. It'll complete that portion, and you'll get a Bunfest token. So the next part of the event wants you to hunt for eggs, and this will end up spawning in the following biomes: Medieval Highlands, Fey Forest, Candoria, Forbidden Spires, and Geode Topside. And they are essentially going to end up being these little eggs right here. You'll spot these out in the world. You just destroy them, and then that'll end up completing a portion of the objective. You have to end up finding 3 of those eggs, sorry. And then by destroying 3 of them, you end up getting a Bunfest token. Oh, and very rarely while you're out in the world, you can end up finding these golden eggies. And I mean, right now we've got a mod that kind of shows them off, but the gold eggs are going to end up giving you gold companion eggs. They're all over Trove right now. Most of all, I've only ever found them in Geode Surface, but I think that they're in all of the biomes that the eggs can spawn. Up next, they want you to defeat Eggmen. So this is going to end up being an enemy that is exclusive in Candoria. And honestly, these enemies are kind of all over the place. Just if you see one of these weird cursed eggy waggy people, then destroy them because they're all over the place and you're gonna need to kill 25 of them, right? Yeah, so once you defeat 25 of them, you'll get another Bunfest token. And then once you defeat King Aegon. So this is going to end up being found in the egg dungeons, which are in Candoria. It says that they're in Candoria, but they are in the other biomes as well, like the egg dungeon. But the event specifically does say that you need to defeat the one from the Candoria. All right, so here's an egg dungeon. And one thing that you'll notice is if you have bombs to blast your way in, you can't get through the chocolatey chunk. Dragons can, though, if it would ever actually work. The water primordial dragon has the highest block damage in the game. That's why I'm using it. Otherwise, you could end up using Fortress. Anyways, we just go down here, and then this is going to end up being the egg tin guy. Defeat him. There you go. You end up getting another Bunfest token. Next part is to defeat a Bunfest Delve boss. So the description for this one, I think, could use a little bit of work. Technically, the event objective is to defeat Bunfest Delve bosses specifically, but the description says head back to the hub and craft any of the Depth Stepper portals. But it doesn't actually mean any Depth Stepper portals. Any Depth Stepper portals would mean we could go over to the Delves area and start crafting them. What it should say is that you have to craft them over at the Bunfest station, because you'll notice that there is actually multiple portals. I don't have the recipe for this one yet, but there's multiple portals and they are going to end up having exclusive Delve dungeons with exclusive bosses. And that's where you can end up getting a couple of the different items. As far as I know, it's where you end up getting the Solarion Costume. And there is a mount as well that I'm assuming is out of the Delves, but I'm not 100% sure on it yet. Anyways, more on that later. By defeating 5 of the Delve bosses, which you can just keep going deeper and deeper into the Delve to end up defeating multiple of the bosses, you'll end up gaining a Bunfest token. So now the next part of the event wants you to complete an egg hunt, and we're actually back in Candoria for this one, just because as far as I know, this can only spawn in Candoria again, and you're looking for this weird dungeon right here. So the way that these work is kind of interesting. You basically will end up going to the bottom, activating the Bunfest bounty, and then all these little eggs are going to spawn around. You're not going to end up seeing arrows pointing to them, obviously, if you're on console anyways, because they are all registered as chests. And so that's why our boss radar mod is already just pointing to all of these things. But all you really gotta do in order to complete the egg hunt is wait out the timer. You still wanna find as many eggs as possible because it is going to end up giving you Bunfest chocolate, which is used to craft various items from the event. But again, generally speaking, you're just going to end up waiting out the timer. And then when you do, it's going to complete it and you'll get another Bunfest token. And then next it wants you to complete Bunfest dailies. So if you come back to the hub, you're gonna notice all of these characters and they're all going to end up having different quests that are completely related to everything that we already did. So I don't know which one of these does what, but basically one of them is gonna be finding the eggs out in the world that you end up destroying. One of them is going to be finding egg dungeons, and then one of them is going to be completing egg hunts. So once you end up doing all of their specified objectives and completing all 3 of the dailies, you'll end up getting another Bunfest token. And then finally, last but not least, it wants you to make a donation. So you'll come back to the hub, and then at the Bunfest station, you'll see right here, donate chocolate. So it requires Bunfest chocolate, which of course is the resource that we're getting from all the dungeons and so on and so forth. Refined chocolate is something for a little bit later down the line and blah, 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 right? But anyways, long story short, you end up just donating to this and then it's going to end up completing the final objective, which will end up getting you the Eggman Defector, which is going to end up being the ally of the event. Which is this little guy right here. And the stats on this guy are 125 light, 8% physical damage, 5 flask capacity. Not bad. Not bad for a starting ally. I wish they had magic damage as well so that magic characters could actually take advantage of him. Really good for starting classes. Like just generally speaking, it's actually not a bad ally. But anyways, when you end up getting the refined chocolate, that's going to be used for all of the other goodies. So that you're going to notice that there's all these other delve portals and stuff requires a lot of refined chocolate. There's going to be a bunch of items from the 2020 Bunfest recipes. Okay, but for this event, we've got this new costume for the Solarion, which is pretty cursed. I like it. It's kind of stupid. It's got all these heart VFX and stuff like that and explosions and it looks all really good and like it. It's stupid, you know, like that's what I like about it. As far as I know, this costume is dropped from delve bosses. I could be mistaken in that. But then there's also going to end up being this mount I noticed, which is the Little Biddo Eggland, which I honestly have no idea where this drops from. If somebody can let me know in the comments down below, I'll try to pin it if I can catch it, but I'm still in the process of getting everything ready because I literally leave in like a couple days on my trip. So I'm just busy with editing and stuff. But anyways, this is going to end up being a new mount from the event. I just bought it off of the market because I needed it really quick and I couldn't find out from anybody where it actually drops. So I don't know if it's from Delves. I don't know if it's from the new egg hunt stuff. I don't know, more than likely it's just out of Delves, but either way, it is a gliding mount, so that's pretty cool. And honestly, while there is a lot of really cool stuff out of this, I'm just gonna show you guys the things that matter the most, which is just this bouncing bunny mount, which is Hopsy, that's in the 2022 right here. Flopsy, which is right here in the legacy items. This is going to end up being just the same thing, but reskinned in pink. And then there's the Bunny Bounco ears, which is another legacy item right here. Bunny Bounco, sorry, which is a bard costume and is one of my absolute favorite bard costumes just because it looks so freaking stupid and adorable. Anyways, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Smash like, sub for more. Buy the merch you want to support the channel and have a great day, everybody.